The one everyone rejected. Time lifted her up. People used to say, her life is over. Others whispered, there's nothing left for her now. But the truth was something very different. This was not the end of her life. This was the beginning of who she was always meant to become. This is the story of a girl everyone thought was weak, but time proved that the greatest strength often belongs to the quietest souls. This is the story of Kyra Williams. Kyra was only 18 years old, yet her eyes carried a pain that most people experience much later in life. Pain had become her silent companion. She had lost her parents when she was still a child, long before she could understand what loss truly meant. Life didn't slowly teach her independence, it forced it upon her. From a very young age, Kyra learned how to survive alone in a world that rarely showed kindness. After her parents' death, Kyra moved in with her elder brother, Daniel Williams, and his wife, Emma Williams. On paper, it was her family home. In reality, it was a place where she existed, not belonged. She was never treated like a sister or a daughter of the house. She was tolerated, nothing more. Every morning, Kyra woke up before sunrise. While the rest of the house slept peacefully, she cleaned the floors, prepared breakfast, washed clothes, and handled every responsibility without complaint. She worked quietly, efficiently, and obediently. But respect never followed her hard work. Gratitude was never spoken. Love was never shown. Emma often reminded her of her place in the house. With a cold smile and sharp words, she would say, "Remember, Kyra, you're living here because of our kindness." Kyra heard these words again and again. She felt them cut deep, but she never argued. She never defended herself. Not because she was weak, but because she understood something many people never do. Not every battle is meant to be fought with words. Some people stay silent because they are powerless. Others stay silent because they are protecting what little strength they have left. Kyra belonged to the second kind. Days passed like this, heavy and exhausting, until one decision changed everything. A decision that would turn her life upside down. And once again, no one asked her opinion. One evening, Emma spoke in a firm, emotionless tone. "You should be grateful. We've arranged your marriage to a wealthy businessman from the city, Mr. Edward Harper." The words hung in the air, like a sentence being announced in court. No one said it out loud, but everyone knew the truth. Mr. Harper was 70 years old. He was sick. He lived alone. He had no family willing to care for him. The neighborhood buzzed with gossip. Some people pitied Kyra. Others laughed cruelly. She sold herself, some said. At least she'll get food now, others mocked. That night, Kyra cried. Her tears soaked the pillow, but they did not break her spirit. In the silence of the dark room, she made a promise to herself. "If life has given me a trial, I will turn it into my strength." The wedding was simple and quiet. No celebration, no joy. Soon after, Kyra entered Mr. Harper's grand mansion. It was large, beautiful, and painfully silent. Everything money could buy was there. Luxury furniture, servants, comfort. But love was missing. Mr. Edward Harper was not cruel. He was not angry or harsh. He was simply tired. Tired of people. Tired of life. Most of all, tired of being alone. Years of wealth had given him everything except peace. Kyra never demanded anything from him. She never asked for jewelry, expensive clothes, or authority. She served him not as an obligation, but as a human being. She cared for him with sincerity. She brought him his medicine on time. She sat beside him during his long, silent hours. When he coughed, she rushed for water. When he spoke, she listened. When he remained silent, she stayed. Doctors had said he had only 6 months to live, but something unexpected happened. Kindness extended his life. Care gave him strength. Those 6 months turned into 2 full years. 2 years in which Edward Harper felt seen, heard, and valued for the first time in decades. Often, he would look at Kyra with moist eyes and say, "You made me feel human again." Kyra would smile softly, never realizing how deeply her presence had changed his life. When Edward Harper passed away, the mansion that once felt empty suddenly filled with people. Relatives who had been missing for years returned overnight. Everyone had the same interest: his wealth. The lawyer, Mr. James Collins, gathered everyone in the living room to read the will. The atmosphere was tense, filled with greed and expectation. When the will was finally read, silence fell like a heavy curtain. Edward Harper had left everything: his mansion, his business, his fortune, to Kyra Williams. His words were clear and simple: "The one who stood by me in my weakest moments deserves everything I leave behind." In a single moment, the girl everyone called weak became the strongest person in the room. The same people who once looked down on her now stood speechless. But Kyra's story did not end with wealth. In fact, that was where her real purpose began. She did not let money change her heart. She did not seek revenge. She chose responsibility over pride. Kyra built hospitals for those who couldn't afford treatment. She opened homes for orphaned children. She supported widows who had been abandoned by society. She gave people what she herself had longed for: care, dignity, and belonging. She understood pain because she had lived it, and because of that, she never allowed anyone around her to feel alone. People no longer called her the poor girl. They called her a symbol of strength. Life does not come to destroy us. It comes to shape us. If today you feel treated unfairly, remember, this is not the end. This is preparation, because patience combined with character creates power, and those who build themselves quietly one day force the world to listen.